Hey guys, it's Eric. If you're new to the channel, welcome. And I haven't been on often. I'm going back and forth to New England, so I've had time to watch videos. And I watch a lot of dive watch videos. And to be honest with you, some of them have been like nails on a chalkboard for me. Just really, really hard to watch because people just don't know anything about it. You know, what people do understand is that they want to ISO capable or ISO meets ISO expectations. What people don't know is that divers are ISO rated as well. So I'm an ISO 24801 rated diver, and all divers are 24801. There's a -1 that's a regular diver, a -2 that's an autonomous diver, and a -3 that's a dive leader. I don't care about any of that stuff, but yes, it's a tattoo that's under my watch so nobody can see it. It was an achievement for me, so that's why I did it. But the reason why I'm bringing it up is, if you were to ask somebody who the best hammer is, would you ask a construction worker or an accountant? Would you ask a construction worker or some guy who does DIY at Home Depot on the weekend? The construction worker. Because I see guys doing the craziest stuff with watches and they're going underwater in the pool or, you know, and I know that they try, so, you know, nothing against them, but they're not accurate at all. And one thing that I think that ISO is missing is I wish they would designate watches ISO dive capable versus ISO dive ready. Two totally different things, and I'm going to show you the difference right now. Thanks. Okay, so here is a great watch, fantastic watch. Most people love this, think it's the best diver in the world. This is a dive capable watch. It's not a dive ready watch. You cannot fit this, it doesn't matter with this clasp or not, with the glide lock. There's no possible way you're gonna fit this over a wetsuit. That's not gonna give you enough to go over a wetsuit. So, one of the most famous watches in the world, considered one of the best dive watches in the world, they would have to change out to an isofrane or a NATO to get it to work. So what is a dive ready dive watch? Yeah, that's real, it's not fake. So this is a dive ready dive watch. Why do I say that? Because they give you this, right? So you already have the extension on it already, you know? It's gonna definitely fit around a wetsuit. There you go. You're definitely gonna fit this around a wetsuit. You got more than enough room. Not only did they do that, and you have to understand, this watch was originally made in 2012, but this clasp is absolutely unbelievable. I don't think anybody's gonna argue that point with me, that it's not an amazing clasp. It just is. It's incredible. When it comes to, you know, these divots that it has, everybody knows this is a Pelagos, but it's funny is a lot of people will set it on the spring section, which is right here. So this is like 20 millimeters right here. But a lot of people say, you know what, I wear it on that and it's too hard for the expansion. I can't, when my wrist swells, it doesn't work. Listen, it has nothing to do with that. Read the literature. It's to fit over a wetsuit. And then on top of that, you have another extension. So you have all of this extension, all of this extension, all of that. And still, this will not fit over some wetsuits. But this setup definitely guarantees it will. So the Pelagos, for instance, is a dive-ready dive watch. The Submariner is a dive-capable dive watch. So that's simply what I wanted to point out. It's just the difference between dive-capable and dive-ready. So thanks so much. Let's go back up top. Thanks. So there you go. You know, it seems simple, but it's not. It's really not. It's really, really important. If you can wear the watch or not wear the watch, that's basically what it comes down to. So Rolex is a great watch, but you're gonna have to change that bracelet off to an isofrane or something like that to fit around a wetsuit. You're just gonna have to. It's not ready to dive. You know, it's capable of it, and you can go swimming, you can go snorkeling, but it's not ready to dive. It's not a dive watch. Where a watch like a Pelagos gives you all of those things. So I'm going to go in more detail later on about ISO certification and about specifically about dive watches, what people just don't understand. But thanks so much for watching. If you like this kind of content, please like and subscribe. Thanks.